Hi and welcome to my review of 2017. I'll go through my goals from 2017 and see how I got on, and then I'll go through my new goals for 2018. So the first one was to declutter and minimise, and I did pretty well. I've got 3 wardrobes in my bedroom, which sounds like a lot, but one of them is a present wardrobe and we don't have any drawers. So I did 2 wardrobes. Well, if I'm honest, I did 1 wardrobe properly and 2 wardrobes half. So they're not perfect. But I cleared the kitchen with a friend, and I also did quite a lot of clearing of the garage, and I sold some stuff from my craft room. So I did bits here and there, and the children's rooms especially got quite decluttered. The next thing was to go more zero waste, and we did quite well by using water bottles. I've been packing lunches, and I made reusable bags to put snacks in and things like that. So we've done quite well on the zero waste front, but it's like I've read in lots of books, it's a journey. You don't just suddenly become zero waste, because that's not how our society works. So we've had to take steps, and I've got plans for 2018 which will further our journey on that. And the next one was to attend yoga, which I did do quite well. We had a conflict at one point where my husband and I both wanted to be out on a Monday night, but I think we've solved that, so my attendance should be even better for 2018. The next one was to have one-on-one time with each person, which I think I've managed quite well. Home cooked meals was another one, and we've done a lot of those. I've done better at having things frozen and remembering to use them, because the other thing I found was I had ready prepared stuff in the freezer, but then in the midst of being starving or having people on my shoulders saying they wanted to eat immediately, I would forget what I got prepared. And now I'm being a bit tougher and making sure we use what we've already got instead of reaching for a takeaway menu. Next one was save more, spend less, which I can't honestly hand on heart say I've managed. I really wanted to, but I'm really good at spending money. So I'm going to try really hard to improve that, and I think that will come into a goal later. And the next one was less perfectionism, which I definitely feel like I've let go a bit more, and I've got better at, but I wouldn't say I'm perfect. Right, so the next one was meditate daily, and I have not done very well at that. The idea of not using the app and just doing it by myself has been a bit rubbish, if we're completely honest. So I either need to get the app, or I need to start scheduling meditation into my day, because I really need it. The next one was to limit social media, and that one I actually had more success than I thought I would. I put that one on there as like a dream goal, thinking I wouldn't do anything, but I deleted the Facebook app from my iPhone and my iPad, and I have cut back my use of Facebook. Was the main one. I'm still posting on Instagram, but I never spent that much time on there, so that's not really a problem. And then I've not been watching as much YouTube either. I wanted to grow my yoga classes, and I definitely did that. So I'd got 2 classes this time last year, and I went up at one point to have 7 classes a week. I've gone back down now to have 5 classes a week, but one of them was a bit iffy, and I'm hoping to maintain that, because that worked out to be a good balance for us, and I've got plans to expand that further. And the last one was to decorate the living room, and the idea was to have a log burning fire, but we ended up having to buy a car with the money. So I have done some decorating, but not as I originally envisaged, but I have decorated. So that's 2017. Okay, so 2018 goals. I've just scribbled some ideas down based on 2017 goals and what I'd like to achieve in 2018. So my first goal was I finished reading the Bea Johnson book called Zero Waste Home, which I really enjoyed, and then I flicked back through it making notes and of things I'd like to do. And I've been on Pinterest quite a lot, which is bad, but I've been on Pinterest quite a lot, choosing like things to try and things to do. So I would like to continue minimising, but I need to be a bit stronger with it. And the main problem I've identified from the book is the stuff that children bring in, so all the party favours and things like that, and like the rubbishy plastic things that they then kick around. So I've got to work on that. That's going to be tricky. My second goal is to entertain more, because over the last week I've entertained quite a few times and I really enjoy it. My husband's not a terribly sociable person, but it appears that having people come to our house means it's a bit more relaxed. The children have their things around them and we can just go at our own pace, and also because we're all lactose intolerant and I'm vegan, it means that the whole eating thing is not a problem, and I don't feel so guilty that I'm just turning up and I don't like to think that I'm being a tricky guest, so this is solving that by hosting. So I plan to host at least once a month someone that we don't normally host. Next one is to use less plastic. And one of the things I definitely like to do this year is to get rid of our water filter and change it for a glass one that I found a way to do that. So hopefully I'll make a video about that if I do it, but I've got other goals to reduce plastic as well. The next one links to the cutting back on social media. The other thing I'd like to do is avoid time wasting computer games, which I get really into, and I wake up and I'm like, I want to do this game, and they're all like cooking games, which is really silly, and there's completely no point. You're not going to get anything from them. All they do is suck time from you and also make you look at a screen a lot more. So I've deleted those and I'm hoping to stay strong and not get drawn back into it. So goal number 5 is to assess our spending. So as I said, for 2017 I didn't save and stop spending as much as I'd like. So what I've decided to do is make it really horrible and log exactly, looking at my credit card bill, what I've spent money on and where I think actually I could have saved money on that. Number 6 is to, in line with my yoga teaching classes, I'd like to teach them yoga to either people with Parkinson's or people in care homes, perhaps in chairs or with disabilities, because I found that really rewarding when I did that this year. And having completed my course in specialising in that, I think it would be a really good thing to do. Goal number 7 is to share more about zero waste in my day-to-day life. So I might see if I can go into my daughter's school and talk to them about it, or organise a clothes swap with my friends, or maybe organise a potluck meal where we all try to avoid the use of plastic and use up stuff in our fridge. We're not allowed to go out and buy stuff. So I think that would be quite fun. So you can look out for videos like that. Hopefully I'll do some. Number 8, along with the zero waste, is to make more of our own cleaning products. So I found lots of tutorials and I've already made quite a lot of beauty products, so I think changing to make our own cleaning products would be really good. It will basically be like a science lab, because I'm never going to convince my husband unless they're really good. So I've got to make them and show him that they can be just as good. Number 9, I'm going to focus on experiences. So last year I was focusing on being in the moment, being present, and this year I want to focus on experiences. So instead of spending money on gifts, I'd like to spend money on going out and maybe having a nice meal. Now that our son's older, he can cope better in restaurants, or maybe trying new things, or going for nice walks, swimming in the sea, that sort of thing. And the last, my last goal is to focus on buying books and magazines electronically, which also ties in with the zero waste, but I'm trying not to buy paper books, or if I do, once I've read them, I'm to donate them. And that way I can always get them back from the library. I could always buy books from the charity shop, once I've read them, give them back. And this year when I cut back on my magazines, I was absolutely disgusted with myself with how many subscriptions I had to magazines. I kept one, which I think I might cancel. No, 2. Well, we have one which is a TV guide, which we all read cover to cover, so I'm not feeling quite so bad about that one. But the other one, I've had it for a year, so I feel like I could keep those and flick back through them for the right season, and I don't need to keep having new ones. And then I will be subscription free, apart from that family one. So they're my goals for 2018. I'd love to know what yours are. Please write down below. If you've made a video about yours, maybe you could put the link in the comments. And if you've got any tips to help me achieve my goals, I'd be really grateful. I'll see you again soon.